Okay, once again, good afternoon, grade 9. Our fourth module will be talking about alcohol and how to name alcohol. With respect to the synthesis of alcohol, we will not proceed with this one. We'll just have to know the structures of how an alcohol looks like, and at the same time, the nomenclature of an alcohol. The functional group of an alcohol class is the hydroxyl group. The hydroxyl group is represented by the OH, or the OH minus. That's the hydroxyl group. With the presence of an OH, then that makes it as an alcohol. But then the other organic compounds, like for example, carboxylic acid, if there's a presence of an OH and a carboxylic acid, then what will reign supreme in the naming is the carboxylic acid and not the alcohol. For a while. So Kenan will join our call. Okay, so to continue, the functional group of an alcohol again is the functional group of an alcohol again is the hydroxyl group or the OH group class. So if there's a presence of an OH molecule in the parent chain of of a hydrocarbon, then that is now an alcohol. An additional element in the parent chain of a hydrocarbon is the presence of an oxygen. That makes it an alcohol. So one of the hydrogen there is replaced by a hydroxyl group to make it an alcohol. Aside from that, alcohols are classified as primary alcohols, secondary alcohols, or tertiary alcohols. Primary alcohols are alcohols with one carbon connected to the main carbon where the hydroxyl group is bonded. Secondary carbon or like secondary alcohols are alcohols with two carbons connected to the main carbon where the hydroxyl is being bonded. And tertiary carbons are the tertiary alcohols are alcohols with three carbons connected to the first carbon in the parent chain. That's making it a tertiary alcohol. And sometimes tertiary alcohols will be named with tert, with the prefix tert. Secondary alcohols can be named as the prefix sec, but primary alcohols can just be named as the term itself, primary alcohol. So we also have aromatic alcohols. Aromatic alcohols do have the presence of a phenol. When a hydroxyl is combined with a benzene ring, then it is not called benzenol, but it is called phenol. Take note, if a benzene ring is combined with a hydroxyl group, then the name of that benzene um, with an alcohol bond or with an hydroxyl bond is phenol. So later on, we will see that phenol. What is that phenol then? Let's try this one. Is this a primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, or tertiary alcohol? This molecule class, the first one. Is it a primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, or tertiary alcohol? Ken Buliser answered tertiary alcohol. Who else will support Ken? Ken Robertson supported Ken. True friends supports each other. How about Al? Al is not a true friend, no? Will you support Ken Buliser, Al? Who will give me another answer? Primary according to Al. Oh, umiiba si Al. Primary alcohol si Al. Well, as Ben, Harl, Catherine, what are your answers? Is this a primary, a secondary, or a tertiary alcohol? Bem, what do you think so, Bem?
My first answer was tertiary, sir.
But now, what is your second answer? Hard is tertiary as well. Catherine, how about Ahmad? What do you think, Ahmad? Is this primary, secondary, tertiary? Again, for primary alcohol, only one carbon is connected to the main carbon or
Tertiary,
the
sir.
hydrogen. Your answer is tertiary as well. So the answer, class, is secondary. Nobody get it right. This is a secondary alcohol. Again, this is a secondary alcohol. Why? Later on, we will know why that is a secondary alcohol as we're going to name this alcohol then. How about the second alcohol, this one? Primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohol? Later on, we will name this one. No worries. Primary, secondary, or tertiary. You can give a symbol primary as 1 degrees. Secondary, 2 degrees. Tertiary, 3 degrees. Muna yung symbol sa primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. Catherine, you didn't give me an answer a while ago. What about the second molecule? Primary, secondary, or tertiary?
For me, it's tertiary.
Tertiary, your answer then. The answer is primary. This is a primary alcohol. Why? Later, we will talk about that one. And the last molecule, this one, this is obviously an aromatic phenol. No? This is an aromatic phenol, no question about it. How about this one? Primary, secondary, tertiary alcohol. Harl, let me ask Harl. Primary, secondary, tertiary.
Tertiary.
This is a primary alcohol. Imagine that. No? This is a primary alcohol. Ano not primary, probably this is secondary. But it is not tertiary. This is actually a primary alcohol, probably. Now I'm confused. Later on, we'll see the answer then. Huh? IUPAC nomenclature or the IUPAC is the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That is the definition of IUPAC. IUPAC nomenclature and common naming differs in a way that we have the IUPAC with the technical terminology as we change the parent alkane. Say for example, we have the parent alkane with the 5 carbon chain is pentane. In IUPAC, we just remove the E and then drop the E and then remove it, replace it with an OL. So instead of naming it as pentane, the name is pentanol. Okay? For octane, octanol. For butane, butanol. For methane, methanol. So that's just how we are going to name it. But dependent on the alkyl group or the other halides which is connected to the parent chain, then that's how you're going to name it. A while ago, I asked the question, what is the structure of the first molecule that we have? Nobody answered it correctly, but the answer is secondary carbon, secondary alcohol. The first one, the one on the right, upper right. Because how you're going to name a molecule of alcohol and even in a hydrocarbon, you are going to first find the longest carbon chain. Find the longest carbon chain containing with it is the functional group of an alcohol, which is the OH. So is it possible for you to accept that that molecule, which we first answered is a tertiary alcohol? The answer is a yes. Okay, that structure can be a tertiary alcohol, but to begin with, that is a secondary alcohol. No? The second step in naming an alcohol is from the parent alkane. From the parent alkane, you drop the E and then add OL to make it an alcohol. As I did mention pentane. You drop the E, so pentan, then add all, makes it pentanol. Octane, drop the E, so octan, then add all, so octanol. The number of the chain will start from the first carbon closest to the functional group. So if the functional group OH is on the right, your first carbon is the one on the right. If the functional group is somewhere on the left, then the first carbon is the one closer to the functional group OH, then that is carbon 1. Make sense? Later again, we will do something about this way of naming or the UPAC nomenclature. Last one, or lastly, name the substituents dependent on the number of carbon to which the substituent is located. An example of a substituent is an alkyl halides or an alkyl group. Alkyl group with the formula CnH2n plus 1. Alkyl halides, chlorine, iodine, bromine. Chlorine, iodine, bromine. These are the alkyl halides. Not to mention, a functional group OH can be connected to any of the carbon in the parent chain. Dependent on asa na siya connected, shall you also name your alcohol. If the functional group OH is connected to the second carbon, then you will name it as 2-pentanol or pentan-2-ol. Later on, we will have that way of naming. Let's have an example. This one. This is what is the name of the parent chain class? How many carbons are there? 4 carbons. Huh? And this is a secondary structure. This is a secondary I did mention primary a while ago, no? To correct me if I'm wrong. This is a secondary alcohol. The structure is a secondary alcohol. Why? It is because the carbon to where the functional group is connected has 2 carbon connections. If the term is right. The carbon to where the functional group is connected has 2 band of carbon. How is the definition there in the module? Can you define the secondary carbon, please, Catherine, if you may? Please define secondary carbon. Secondary alcohol, that's secondary carbon.
The secondary alcohol here is
Ay, wala ba? Balik ta. Here. Secondary alcohol, the carbon with the hydroxyl group is bonded has 2 other carbons. Ayun. The carbon where the hydroxyl group is bonded has 2 other carbons. So this time, the carbon to where the functional group is connected has 2 other carbons being connected. Therefore, this is a secondary alcohol. The name of this alcohol is 2-butanol because the second carbon has the functional group OH. So this is carbon 1, carbon 2. We will name the first carbon closest to the hydroxyl and not this one. Because if this is our carbon 1, this will be carbon 2, then this is already carbon 3. Therefore, the first carbon is the one on the left. This is the second carbon, the third carbon, and the fourth carbon. So this is a secondary alcohol with the name 2-butanol, or you can name it sec-butanol. Instead of naming 2-butanol, you can name it as sec-butanol because the structure is a secondary alcohol. Another one. How about this molecule? This is a primary alcohol this time, class. This is a primary alcohol. Try to name this primary alcohol Harl. Take the challenge, Harl, and name this alcohol Harl. This is your first carbon. This is your second carbon. This is your third carbon.
Not yet. Ano, sir? I don't know pa.
Processing. Sige, I'll just call another one. Bem, would you like to try this one, Bem? Bem, you try, Bem.
Try, sir.
Sige,
2
sige, sige.
methyl, 1 propanol.
If the first carbon is connected with the alcohol, you may drop the one. Instead of naming it as 1-propanol, you can just name it as propanol. So again, Bem, what is the name?
2 methyl propanol, sir.
And that is the correct answer. 2-methyl, 1-propanol, or 2-methyl propanol. I myself is now trying to display disobedience to my own role, no? So again, you can drop the one here, class. You may drop the one and you can just name it as 2-methyl propanol. Or to be specific, the first carbon was the connection to the hydroxyl or the functional group. So this is 2-methyl propanol. No one. This one. This is a secondary alcohol. Or this can be called a tertiary alcohol also, depending on the situation that you are, or depending on how you're going to analyze the problem. But take note, in the first step in the IUPAC nomenclature class, according to the IUPAC nomenclature, find the longest chain containing the carbon with OH. And in this structure, the longest chain is this one. This is the longest chain, right? So therefore, this is a secondary alcohol because the first carbon where the hydroxyl is connected has another carbon connected to it, making it a secondary structure. Huh? So this is named blank. Can you try to name this one? Robertson, can?
Is it 1-methyl?
This is your parent alkane, which means that any of the first carbon can be it could be your first carbon, second carbon, and third carbon. So therefore, that is not 1-methyl then.
2, it's 2, sir. 2.
Okay, 2-methyl.
And 2-methyl and 2.
3 carbon. Prop.
Propanol.
Very good. The name is 2-methyl 2-propanol. Take note that the second carbon has the hydroxyl group because our parent chain is the arrangement. There is the one from the top to the bottom. If you wish to name it using the parent chain to be the 2 carbons in the horizontal, making it a tertiary carbon, so you can name it as 2,2-dimethyl ethanol. You can name it as 2,2-dimethyl ethanol. I will consider that one class. Again, you can also name this using the 2,2-dimethyl ethanol or 1-ethanol. 1-ethanol or ethanol. I will consider your answer if this is your answer then. 2,2-dimethyl, which is the first carbon. Oh, no, not 2,2 pala. 1,1 because the first carbon is having the connection of the alkyl group. So you can name this as 1,1-dimethyl ethanol. Ayun. So you can name it as well like that. Or you can name it as tert butyl alcohol. The common name to this one can be written as tert butyl alcohol. Tert butyl, as I said, you can say that this is a tertiary structure, knowing that the first carbon where you have the connection of the hydroxyl, you assume that all of them are substituents, making it a tertiary structure. And since there are 4 carbons in the structure, so that is tert butyl, because of the 4 carbons makes it a butyl, then alcohol. Tert butyl, this is the word alcohol. This is the tert butyl structure. Or for us to be easy, you just have to find the longest chain, and then these are the substituents. So anyway, you're going to name it, for as long as it is reasonable, Sir Jet will accept your answer.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
I'm still confused, sir. What is that secondary one, sir?
Secondary because your carbon, this is the parent chain. Your carbon in the parent chain has one other substituent, makes it secondary. Because this is your parent chain, man. Parent manini mo.
So, like, since there are two, sir, it's secondary. But, diba, in um, the definition, sir, two carbons.
Ah.
What's the other carbon there, man, sir?
Oh. Wait. Let us go back. Let us go back daw. Secondary carbon with two other carbons. Tertiary is three other carbons. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Was it Catherine? So this is now, if you help me analyze, class, this is the parent chain. You have one carbon connected to the parent chain. So this is what is this? First, this is primary with one carbon connected. Okay. This is actually tertiary then, class. Sorry. So this is a tertiary structure because you have 1, 2, 3 carbons in the structure connected to the carbon where the hydroxyl is located, even if this is a parent chain. Thank you for the correction, Catherine. This is tertiary. I stand corrected. This is a tertiary structure. That is why we can name it as tert butyl alcohol. So this is primary because you only have one carbon connected to the carbon with the hydroxyl group. This is 1, 2. So makes it secondary. So this is secondary. So this is primary. This is secondary, and this is tertiary. Thank you, Catherine, for correcting my mistake. Any other concerns? So I stand corrected. Kim Pulitzer a while ago, together with Robertson and Harl, are correct that this is a tertiary structure. Thank you. That is why we can name it as tert butyl alcohol because this is a tertiary structure. Thank you. Other than that, I think the others are already at secondary and primary, right?
Wait, sir. Excuse me, sir. I'm also confused. Diba, OH, the upper left, sir.
Upper left, this one. Upper left, so this one.
Be secondary, sir.
Primary rin is siya because this is the first carbon to where the hydroxyl is connected. And
Okay,
this carbon has only one other carbon connected. So this makes it primary. Even though there's an extension of this carbon, but this is not on the first carbon. If this happens to be not here and it is located here, which is CH3, then this is secondary structure.
Thank you, sir. So, like, you depend it on the carbon that is like connected to the
The functional group OH. Yes. So for example, in this one, this is the carbon to where we have the OH being connected. This is a secondary structure because this carbon has 1, 2 other carbons connected. But this one is a tertiary already because this carbon has 1, 2, 3 carbons in the structure, makes it tertiary structure. Ayun. Thank you for the clarifications as well. Is it found in the module? Wala ba sa module? Wala. Okay, so this is the definition of primary, secondary, and tertiary structures. If we have a cycloalkane class, we also have a cycloalkene alkane with an alcohol functional group connected to the carbon in the cyclic hydrocarbon. For example, here, if a cyclic hydrocarbon has a substituent of an OH, then that becomes an alcohol as well. So let me let me remind you, class, that the carbon to where the OH is connected is the first carbon. Even if you are going to have the OH located here, then this is your first carbon. So this is where we get to count the number of the carbon in a cyclohexanol. To where the hydroxy group is located is your first carbon. The closest substituent will get to have the direction of your next carbon atom. So for example, this is your first carbon, this will be your second carbon, this will be your third carbon. If in case there is a methyl here, aside from the methyl connected to the area here, so this is now your first carbon, this is your second carbon. Makes it the third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. The next number of the carbon goes to the next substituent closer to the hydroxyl group. Follow? In this case, the hydroxyl group will contain the first carbon, and then the closest carbon connected with the substituent is this carbon. So this will be your second carbon, third carbon. And then we will name it as well in alphabetic order, starting off with bromo, followed by methyl. So anyone would like to try and name this molecule? From those who are turning on their cameras, anyone would like to try? Ahmad, I think Ahmad is okay in the audio. Ahmad, can you try to name this one, Ahmad?
Sir?
You try to name this structure. Try lang, good.
Take note of that. So when Nicole received the items, she didn't pay any cash.
I don't have idea, just sir. Kay, I didn't understand, Pudman.
Sige. Let's find another one. Thank you, Ahmad, for your honesty. Who else did I not call? Al, Christian. Would you like to name this one, Al? Try Al.
3-methyl 3-bromohexanol.
Cyclic hydrocarbon. So this is not only hexanol, but this is cyclic hydrocarbon. So you will add the word cyclo.
Cyclo.
Okay, go. Start with bromo.
3-methyl cyclohexanol.
Very good. And that is the name. 3-bromo, 3-methyl cyclohexanol. Again, the third carbon contains the first alkyl halide, bromine. So that's 3-bromo. The third carbon as well contains the alkyl substituent methyl. So that's 3-methyl. Since this is a cyclic hydrocarbon, so this is a cyclohexane. But since with the presence of an alcohol functional group OH, so instead of naming it a cyclohexane, drop the E and change it to all. So this is 3-methyl, 3-bromo, or rather 3-bromo, 3-methyl cyclohexanol. Get it? Confusing ba? We'll have another practice. We'll have another example. Let's go to the next slide. There are several structures like unsaturated hydrocarbons. These are saturated alcohol class. But if we have saturated hydrocarbons, we also have unsaturated hydrocarbons. And if we have saturated alcohols, we also have unsaturated alcohols, which means that there's now a presence of a double bond or a triple bond. So for example, in an alkane or in an alkyne naming, again, we'll drop the E and add all. Let's try an example here. CH2, double bond, CH, CH2, CH, CH3. Your first carbon is the one on the right. Again, your first carbon is the one on the right. So this is your first carbon, your second carbon, your third carbon, your fourth carbon, and your fifth carbon. Your second carbon contains the functional group. The second carbon contains two other carbons. So this is a secondary structure. But how are we going to name this alcohol then? Who'd like to try? Ken Buliser. Try Ken Buliser. Take note, the fourth carbon has the double bond. So this is now the in part. The second carbon has the functional group. So this is the all part. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes it a pentane. Combine now the information that you get with the parent chain pentane, which is an alkene, so makes it a pentene. Because this is an alkene, and then carbon 2 contains the OH, makes it an alcohol. So try all the information. Ken Buliser. Well, the others you can try as well, and then if you have an idea, chat it in the chat box. Maybe you'll know your answer is correct, right?
The challenge there is, or the bigger challenge there is, one qualified for the
So far, Ken Buliser is figuring out the answer. Catherine, you may try to answer this by chatting your answer in the chat box. Also with Al and Robertson, Ken. Ben have an answer. Natalia do have an answer. Thank you for participating, Natalia. The number of your alcohol, Natalia, is wrong. It's not supposed to be 1, Natalia, because carbon 2 is where the alcohol is located. Then your alkene is not on the 5th carbon. It starts with the 4th carbon, Vem. So your alkene is wrong then. Catherine is, yeah, this is correct. This is correct, Catherine. We'll just wait for the answer of Ken Cabagnot. Ken Buliser. Ken is ready. Let's listen from Ken.
I'm not sure of my answer, sir, but I think it's 2,4-pentenol.
2,4-pentenol. You combine the 2 and the 4.
Yeah.
Wait, I will give you a chance. You break apart the 2 and the 4. To specify the 2 for the alcohol and the 4 for the alkene.
How many days should you have data on your observation?
Very good, Rafael Estardo. This is the answer that I'm trying to fish out, Rafael. This is the new way of naming this molecule, Rafael. But for the answer of Catherine, this is the old way of naming Catherine, although both answers are correct. But in the answer of Al, there is a problem now, Al, because the 2 and the 4 now is deviating to which it will represent. Will it represent the alcohol or will it represent the alkene? Ken Buliser, are we ready for you to give us another answer?
Okay, the literature should be there.
I'm not sure for answer, but I think it's
go.
No. I wait, sir. Wait, sir.
I will not wait anymore because it's already almost time. 1 minute.
You reveal the answer, sir?
Sige. Go.
Ano, sir? I think it's 2-pentenol 4-pentene.
Now it's wrong because you're repeating the parent alkane. It will now become a decane. Pentene and pentenol makes it now a decane. So the answer here is this one. I will show the answer. This is the answer. 4-pentene-2-ol, which is the answer of Catherine. I will remove the annotation for maklaro. The 4th carbon is the alkene. The 2nd carbon is the alcohol. So 4-pentene-2-ol.
How did you want to use the rice fertilizer?
The new way of naming it is given by Rafael Estardo, and that is pen for in to all. This is the revised IUPAC nomenclature of an unsaturated alcohols. Pen for the parent chain of hydrocarbon with 5 carbon atoms makes it pen. The fourth carbon is the unsaturated part, which is the alkene. And the second carbon represents the alcohol part. So pen or in to all. Sir, asa may answer ani sir nga sakto gyud. Silang duha actually sakto. Whether you do it in this manner or you do it in this way, both answers are correct. Clarifications? So the name is 4-pentene because the fourth carbon makes it the alkene. Then 2-ol makes that second carbon will represent the alcohol part, or the functional group of alcohol is located in the second carbon. So we have or pent for in 2-ol. Let's try another example. Redeem yourself. Kid Buliser, the next example. So much with this one. This is our next lesson class. Ethers. This one. This is our next lesson. Ether. Next to ether is Pinales. Ether Pinales. Charot. So we have that's your next lesson, followed by aldehyde, then ketone, then carboxylic acid, amines, amides. Not this one. This is a carboxylic acid class. 4-hydroxybutanoic acid. I will just tell you how to name that one the next time. Okay, this one. This was the first part of the presentation that I asked you. This is a primary alcohol because the carbon to where the hydroxyl group is connected has 1 carbon connection, but the second carbon has the substituent. So that will not count in the secondary structure. Rather, this is just a primary structure. So this is named the first carbon. The second carbon has the substituent methyl. And then the parent chain is contains 3 carbons. So this is a propanol. So the way in which we are going to name this is 2-methyl propanol. Isobutyl alcohol is the common name of 2-methyl propanol. Okay? Balikta. The common name of that's why we have this structure or the label common name, because this is the common name of 2-methyl butanol. Again, this can be named 2-methyl propanol. I think this is answered by Robertson a while ago. But allow me to extend your understanding on the structure class. This structure is an iso structure. Primary alcohols were in the secondary carbon, or primary alcohols with the secondary carbon which contains a substituent which is methyl. Then this is an iso structure. This is iso. Then since there are 4 carbons in the alcohol itself, so this is an iso structure with a butyl, 4 carbon, then alcohol. If we have the molecule in this manner, CH3, CH2, CH, CH2OH, and then the second carbon contains the CH3. So this is still an iso structure. So this is iso with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isopentyl alcohol. That's how to name that molecule. If you have 1 more carbon here, makes it CH3, so this will be CH2. This is isohexyl. This structure from the first carbon, which will create a letter L, is an iso structure class. So you can name it using the alkyl group plus an iso word, so makes it an isobutyl or isopentyl alcohol. But if you wish to name it using the IUPAC nomenclature or from the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, this is 2-methyl-2-propanol. This is still correct. Also, with this one class, we named this a while ago as 2-butanol, right? This is named 2-butanol because the second carbon has the functional group of an alcohol, and since there are 4 carbons in the parent chain, so this is 2-butanol, or the common name to this one is secondary structure. This is the secondary structure with 2 carbons connected to the carbon where the functional group is located. So this is named sec-butyl alcohol. No, it's a secondary structure. So this is sec with the functional group butyl for 4 carbons. Then read this as an alcohol. And I think later we will see a tertiary structure, how to name tertiary structure in its common name. Diols will have 2 functional group. We have 2 OH in the structure, just like if there is a structure like this one class, if you still remember, we have here CH2 double bond C H double bond CH2 CH3 1 2 3 4 5. So this is just CH 1 2 3 4. So this is just C. So how will you name this structure class? CH2 C CH2 CH with a double bond between the second and the first and the third to the second. So this is named 1 comma 2. The parent alkane or the parent chain is butane. So this is butene, butan, diene. Diba? This is how we're going to name this diols, the diene structure. The 2 double bonds present makes it a diene. If you have a 2 double bond in an unsaturated hydrocarbon, you can also have a 2 functional group present in a structure of an alcohol. And you're going to use the suffix diol instead of ol. So for example, we have here the structure. This is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon, sixth carbon, seventh carbon, and eighth carbon. So the first and the eighth carbon, so C1 and C8, or if you wish to start with the right side, this is still C1 and this is C8. So the name of this molecule is 1,8-octane diol or 1,8-octane diol. Okay? Oh, sorry. This is hexane pala. Wait. Erase. The first carbon, this is 1, second carbon, third carbon, fourth, fifth, and sixth, because this is now the connection to the OH. The arrow that points to OH is now the covalent bond between carbon to oxygen. So this is carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. Makes it 1, 6. Parent alkane is hexane. Since there are 2 functional group in the alcohol, so you name it as diol. Just like 1,2-butanediene, this is 1,6-hexane diol as well. It will also occur in a cyclic hydrocarbon. So if it is a cyclic alcohol, you will also have it named a cyclohexane diol. If there are 2 functional group class, what will be your suffix? The suffix is triol. Now, if there are 4 functional group, tetraol. Now, if you understand, sana all. Let's continue with glycols. Glycols are a common name to 1 or 2 diols or 3 triols. No? You can also name this as 1,2-ethane diol, or you can name this as ethylene glycol. You can also name this as 1,2-propane diol or propylene diol, glycol rather. But what do you think so will be the name if I were to combine an OH in the last carbon? The name here is 1, 2, 3 propane triol, also known as the other alcohol present in your human anatomy, which is glycerol. This is also another alcohol present in your human anatomy aside from the cholesterol. Glycerol is also an alcohol in your body. So this is 1, 2, 3 propane triol, also known as glycerol. Okay. Not propylene glycol, because propylene glycol will only contain the 1, 2 diols. The first and the second carbon, this is the meaning of this one. The first and the second carbon contains the functional group. You can call it as a diol or glycol. Phenols. The first carbon to where the functional group OH is connected is your first carbon, and then the second carbon goes with the nearest in the first carbon to where your functional group is located. So in this case, this is your first carbon, this is your second carbon, this will be your third carbon. This will be named as 3-chlorophenol. No? 3-chloro, because the third carbon contains the alkyl halide chlorine, and then the whole structure of it is phenol. Do not name it as benzenol. It's phenol. Okay? But there are other ways in which you're going to name it using the common name. So if we have two functional group in 1, 2, you can have it named ortho. If it is in a 1, 3, you can name it as meta, or if it is in the 1, 4, you can name it as para. 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4 is simply to tell you which carbon the other substituents are connected. So for example, in this case, you can name this as metachlorophenol because the first carbon and the second carbon, or rather the first and the third carbon, has an alkyl halide. And the halide here is a chlorine, so that is metachlorophenol. Another example is this one. This can be named as the first carbon is here, second carbon, third, and fourth. Even if you go counterclockwise, if this is your first, this is your second, this is your third, still this is the fourth carbon. So either way, you can have the carbon 1 and 4. So we are going to use this one, which is para. But before we will use para, class, the IUPAC nomenclature of this alcohol is 4-methylphenol. That's the IUPAC nomenclature. The fourth carbon has a substituent, which is a methyl, and then the whole structure of the alcohol is a phenol. So this is 4-methylphenol. But since the first and the fourth carbon contains the substituent, then you can call this as para-cresol or paramethylphenol. The other name is paramethylphenol, class, but methylphenols can also be called cresols here. You can also name this as paramethylphenol. That's the other name for this one. Paramethylphenol or paracresol. And that is how we are going to name alcohols. Easy, right? No? With respect to the properties, we don't need to go much on these properties class because this is higher chemistry already. So we just focus on how we can name the said alcohols. Let's try some of your activities from in the module, but you will be guided on how to name them. Let me answer at least 2. You choose from activity 1. I will answer one structure in activity 1. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Al, what do you think so will be the item, Al? And then Vem, choose in activity 2, Vem. Al in activity 1, asa man Al? Sige si Ken, pagbigyan na si Ken. Asa man Ken?
Ano na lang sir, the Spider-Man.
Asa man Spider? Asa man
Number
Spider-Man?
4.
Ano eh? Number
The
4. That's one. Sige. So this is your, whichever you start, I will enlarge for a while. Whichever you start here, class, whether this is your first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, or this is your first carbon, second carbon, this will always be the third carbon, right? No? And then the third carbon contains the substituent methyl as well. Again, the third carbon not only contains the functional group OH, but it contains a substituent which is a methyl. This is your parent alkane. Your parent alkane is a pentane. Okay, your parent alkane is a pentane. Therefore, to name this molecule, whichever you're going to do, the name here is 3-methyl 3-pentanol. So that is the name of that molecule. Or you can name it as 3-methyl pentane pentan 2-ol. That's how you're going to name it. Either 3-methyl 3-pentanol. Ay, no, not 2. 3 pala. Either 3-methyl 3-pentanol or 3-methyl 3-pentan 2-ol. 3-ol. Either way, that is acceptable, class. Old naming or new IUPAC revision of naming can be considered. 332. Last one, Bem. Activity 2, Bem.
You choose another person. I'm scared. How about if I choose?
I'll choose number 9. I'll choose number 9. I answered this already a while ago. Sige, Catherine. Kay si Bem, kay na-stress si Bem. Ako gipa-choose like number. Catherine. Na-stress yung number ni Bem. Yes, Catherine.
Number 6 daw.
Number 6. Okay, so this is the structure, class. This is your parent alkane. Okay? This makes now sense because this is a substituent. This is a benzene already. This is not anymore a phenol because there's no connection to it in the said OH. The OH is connected to the second carbon in the parent chain. No? Or if this is your first carbon, this is your second carbon, this is your third carbon. So therefore, this is named as benzene or 1-benzene, benzene 2-propanol. This is the name of that one. Benzene 2-propanol, or you can name this as benzene propan 2-ol. Ayun. You can write here 1 or you can drop the 1. 1-benzene 2-propanol or 1-benzene propan 2-ol. Sir, what if I made that as my third carbon? Considered, still the same. Huh? So it can be 3-benzene 2-propanol or 3-benzene 2-propan 2-ol. So there you have the answers to the items in activities 1 and 2. The rest of the item, feel free to search the web for further information, or if not, try your very best to come up with an answer to the said information that you learned right now in our discussion, from our discussion. I know you have doubts if you understand or not our lesson for today. We will have a supplementary discussion this coming Thursday. To clear your heads out, if you have a question really, try to list it down. Sir, how to name this one, sir? Sir, how to name this one, sir? On Thursday, we are going to try and name the molecules that you want me to name. That would be all for today. Thank you for your attendance, and I'm sorry for extending my class for 5 minutes. Goodbye, and thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.